Earth had never received a message like this before. The skies above the cities glimmered with stars as usual, but the usual peace felt fragile. Every screen, every communication channel, every broadcast signal suddenly carried the same chilling words. The Galactic Council demanded that Earth kneel. Surrender all weapons. Hand over control. Obey the will of the galaxy. In the heart of New York, the world's largest communication hub flickered as the message played again. Laura Hill, a woman with calm gray eyes and sharp features, stood in front of the giant display. Around her, the Earth command staff shifted nervously. They had heard rumors that other planets bowed to the Council, but they never imagined Earth would be called next. "This isn't a test," Laura said, her voice steady but firm. "They want obedience. Every weapon, every ship, every soldier under our command, they want it gone. They want us to kneel." Aaron Cole, a strategist with a mind that worked like a clock, stood beside her. He had short brown hair and a thin scar along his jaw. His hands rested on the table as he studied the projection of the Council's message. "They think we are weak," he said. "They think humanity will obey because we have never faced anything like this before." But they are wrong. The Council's message had been clear. Earth had a small military compared to the fleets of other advanced planets. They had no massive warships in orbit yet. But what the Council did not know was that humanity had been preparing in secret. Earth had been building technology, hidden deep in oceans, mountains, and on the moon, beyond the watchful eyes of the galaxy. Laura looked at Aaron. "We cannot bow," she said. "We cannot hand over our future. If we kneel, we die before we even fight. We need to respond. And we need to respond now." Aaron nodded. "We must meet. The leaders of every continent. The generals, the scientists, the engineers. We need a plan." The meeting was called immediately. In Geneva, representatives arrived from every nation, all with the same determined look. Captain Nora Blake came in last. She was tall, with dark hair pulled back into a tight braid. She had commanded several naval missions on Earth, and knew the stakes were far beyond anything she had ever faced. "Earth has one choice," Nora said. "We either fight or we submit. We will not kneel. Not to the Council, not to anyone." The room was quiet. People shifted in their chairs, uncertain but listening. Scientists, soldiers, and politicians all had gathered in this historic moment. One of the scientists, Dr. Olivia Park, a young woman with bright eyes, spoke up. "We have weapons," she said softly, "that they do not expect. We have technology they cannot see. If we act carefully, we can show the galaxy that humanity is not weak." Laura leaned forward. "Then we act carefully, but we act fast. Aaron, I want a strategy for immediate deployment. Nora, ready the ships. Olivia, prepare the technology." Aaron studied the holographic maps projected above the table. He highlighted several points: communication satellites, launch bases, orbital stations, and hidden underwater platforms. "We will not attack first," he said. "We will show strength, not recklessness. The Council must see that we are ready. Then, they will know the cost of their demand." As night fell across the continents, cities lit up like fireflies. People stared at the sky, sensing something unusual. Satellites moved differently. Secret signals blinked across the airwaves. Unknown craft left hidden hangars and submerged platforms. For the first time, humanity was quietly mobilizing, preparing to respond to a threat it had never faced before. In the deserts of Nevada, a hidden base opened for the first time in decades. Daniel Price, a young engineer, ran from one control panel to another. Sweat rolled down his face as he checked every system. "All engines ready," he said into his communicator. "Shields are online. Weapons are calibrated. We are green. From the moon, a base known only to a few people on Earth, hummed to life. Megan Brooks, a pilot who had spent years training in secret, grinned as she ran final diagnostics on her ship. "Let's give them a surprise," she said quietly. Her ship's engines glowed faintly, ready for deployment. Meanwhile, the Council sent envoys to Earth, expecting fear and submission. They arrived in sleek ships, elegant and intimidating, expecting the humans to yield. But as they approached, their sensors detected massive movement on the planet below. Ships were leaving hidden hangars. Satellites adjusted positions. Earth's hidden forces were mobilizing. The Council envoys were shocked. They had underestimated humans. Across the galaxy, most species obeyed the Council without question. But Earth was different. Humans had always survived against overwhelming odds. They adapted. They fought. And now, they were ready. Back on Earth, Laura and Aaron watched the deployment from the command center. The first wave of ships left the ocean bases, moving silently into orbit. "They don't know what's coming," Laura said. "And that is our advantage." Aaron nodded. "We need to make them realize that humanity is not a planet to control. They will learn that lesson quickly, or they will lose." The world watched silently as ships rose into space. The Council broadcast repeated messages, threatening retaliation, warning humans to stand down. But the Midnight Armada moved steadily forward, disappearing into the darkness of space. Even ordinary citizens sensed the change. In New York, Ethan Brooks, a young man in the city, looked at the stars and felt a strange pride. "Something is happening," he whispered. "Something big." In Chicago, Lily Carter, a student, stared at her communicator as signals from hidden networks blinked rapidly. She didn't fully understand what was happening, but she knew that the humans on Earth were not giving in. "We are not afraid," she said aloud. On the moon, Megan Brooks prepared for the journey beyond Earth's orbit. She checked her navigation systems, her heart beating fast. This was history in the making. Humanity was about to take its first step into a battle the galaxy would never forget. Laura turned to Aaron one last time before the final command. "We need to remind them that humans are not ordinary," she said. "We have endured plagues, wars, and disasters. We have survived every challenge. And now, we will survive them." Aaron nodded. "And we will not kneel. Never." As the night deepened, humanity's Midnight Armada left the shadows. Ships from oceans, mountains, and lunar bases moved in formation. Silent, disciplined, and powerful. The galaxy had ordered Earth to kneel. Earth had chosen to rise. The first signals of the Council's fleet appeared on the horizon of space. Small at first, like distant points of light, but growing larger, approaching with the confidence of those who believed themselves superior. Nora Blake gripped the controls of her flagship. Laura Hill spoke to the world over every available channel. "People of Earth, tonight, we do not bow. Tonight, we rise. Tonight, humanity shows the galaxy what it means to survive. We fight for our freedom, for our future, and for every star that shines in our sky. We are ready." The stars above Earth shimmered as if responding to her words. Somewhere far away, Council ships adjusted their course, unaware of the storm that was coming. The Midnight Armada moved silently, leaving the safety of Earth behind, carrying with it the hope and determination of every human being. And for the first time in galactic history, a planet that had been told to kneel, prepared to show the universe the fire of its people. Humanity was ready. The Council would soon learn that the spirit of humans was not something that could be controlled, bargained with, or crushed. Deep in orbit, Megan Brooks's ship powered up, her eyes scanning the dark expanse. Ethan and Lily watched from Earth as signals confirmed the movement of other ships. Dr. Olivia Park monitored the weapons systems, her hands steady despite the tension. Every piece of the plan was falling into place. The galaxy had demanded submission. Earth had chosen defiance. The Midnight Armada had awakened. And as the first ships disappeared into the void, the future of humanity and the galaxy began to change forever. The stars above glimmered, but now they were no longer silent. They were witnesses to the rise of a species that would not kneel. The Midnight Armada moved quietly through the darkness of space. Ships of every size and shape glided in formation, their engines glowing faintly. Humans had hidden their greatest weapons and most advanced technology until now, and the Council had no idea what was coming. Captain Nora Blake stood on the bridge of her flagship, Horizon. She stared out at the endless black, dotted with stars. Around her, crew members moved efficiently, checking instruments, adjusting shields, and monitoring communications. Every human, aboard the Armada, understood the weight of this mission. The galaxy had demanded submission. Humanity had chosen defiance. "Status report," Nora said. Daniel Price, sitting at the engineering console, looked up. "All engines stable, Captain. Shields at full strength. Weapons ready, but silent. We are moving on schedule." Nora nodded. "Good. Keep it that way. The Council believes we are weak. We will show them otherwise when the time comes." In the observation bay, Megan Brooks checked the flight paths for her fighter squadron. Her younger brother, Ethan, was among the pilots. He was nervous, but determined. "Are we really going to fight them?" he asked her quietly. Megan put a hand on his shoulder. "Yes," she said. "But we have the advantage. They think we are inexperienced. They don't know how smart we can be. Stick to the plan, follow orders, and we will make them regret underestimating us." Back on Earth, Aaron Cole monitored the Armada's progress from the United Earth Command. He had a clear view of every ship, every signal, every hidden base. The Council's envoys had sent messages, threatening retaliation, warning humans to stand down. But Aaron ignored them. Humanity had waited for this moment. Laura Hill joined him at the control station. "They don't know what's coming," she said. "And that is exactly how it should be." Wold. Aaron studied the maps of space. The first target was the outer frontier, a series of checkpoints where Council scouts patrolled. If humanity could take control of these points, they could create a safe corridor for the rest of the Armada. "Ready the teams," Aaron said. "Nora, you lead the first strike. Megan, your squadron covers the flanks. We move silently, but we hit hard." Nora nodded. "Understood." As the Armada approached the outer frontier, the first signs of Council forces appeared. Scout ships, small but fast, blinked onto sensors. The Council believed humans would hesitate. They believed humans would retreat. They were wrong. Nora gave the order. A Council scout appeared on the screen. Its voice was cold, mechanical, almost emotionless. "Humans, you have received our warning. Stand down and submit, or face destruction." Nora smiled faintly. "We do not kneel. You will find that patience is not one of our weaknesses." The scout hesitated, as if surprised by the reply, then opened fire. Energy beams shot toward the Armada. Human ships responded instantly, but carefully. They did not fire full weapons yet. Instead, they used silent maneuvers to dodge and confuse the enemy. Megan's squadron leaped into action. Fighters darted between the Council beams, using sudden twists and hidden trajectories that the scouts could not predict. Ethan flew beside her, heart pounding, but his hands steady. "They can't hit us," he said, in disbelief. "They are not used to humans," Megan replied. "They expect us to act like predictable prey. We are not prey." From Horizon, Nora directed the human fleet. "Maintain formation. Avoid unnecessary fire. Let them overextend. Wait for the right moment. The scouts tried to surround the Armada, but humans had planned for this. Ships executed complex gravity net jumps, moving faster than the Council expected. Suddenly, they appeared behind the enemy, cutting off their retreat. Daniel watched the energy flows on the control panel. "They're trapped," he said. "We have the advantage." Nora gave the order. "Engage." Silent weapons powered up. Lasers fired in precise bursts. Council scouts had no time to react. One by one, the enemy ships fell. Some were disabled, floating silently in the void. Others retreated in panic, reporting back the failure to their commanders. On Earth, Aaron and Laura watched the progress in awe. "They didn't expect this," Laura said. "Not even close. They still think they can overwhelm us with numbers," Aaron replied. "We will show them what strategy and determination can do." The first clash ended quickly, but decisively. Humans had lost no ships, and the scouts were scattered. The outer frontier was now under human control. This victory would send a message across the galaxy. Earth was not a planet to fearlessly order around. In the aftermath, Nora gathered her bridge crew. "We did well," she said. "But this is only the beginning. The Council will send reinforcements. They will come with bigger ships, stronger weapons. We must be ready." Megan and Ethan returned to the fighters. They landed quietly in orbit of the captured frontier station. Megan smiled. "We are humans," she said. "We always surprise those who think we are weak." Meanwhile, back on Earth, scientists worked to improve their hidden technology. Dr. Olivia Park monitored the Star Veil Array, a device that could disrupt energy fields on a massive scale. She knew it was dangerous, but humanity had no choice. The Council could not be allowed to underestimate them. Daniel Price joined her. "Everything is stable. The Armada is ready to move further into their territory." Olivia nodded. "We just need the order." Aaron gave the command from Earth. "Prepare for Phase 2. We move deeper. Every ship, every crew member, follow the plan. Humanity's time has come." Across the Armada, human ships adjusted their trajectories. They moved, silently through space, avoiding Council sensors, striking only when necessary. The Council fleets, in nearby systems, had no idea how many ships were hidden in the shadows. Nora's flagship led the charge. "Stay alert," she said. "Expect the unexpected. And remember, we fight for every person on Earth, for our freedom." As the Armada moved deeper into Council territory, more scouts appeared. They were larger now, with more weapons and heavier shields. The Council had started to take humanity seriously, but it was too late for them to back down. Megan's squadron intercepted the first wave. Fighters twisted and turned through the void, dodging beams and lasers. Ethan flew close to her, using the maneuvers they had trained for. "They are faster than the scouts," he said, smiling despite the tension. "They are stronger too," Megan said. "But we are smarter. Remember that." The Council ships tried to regroup, but humans were prepared. Gravity net jumps allowed them to appear suddenly behind the enemy, and precise bursts of energy disabled shields before the Council could respond. The first major battle of the Midnight Armada had begun. On the bridge of Horizon, Nora directed every movement. "Focus fire on the largest ship," she said. "Do not waste energy. Hit the weak points first." Daniel monitored the engines. "All weapons ready, Captain. We can overwhelm them if we keep our formation." The Council fleet had not expected humans to fight with this level of strategy. They had assumed numbers and firepower alone would win. But humans used intelligence, coordination, and courage. The Council ships began to falter. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Aaron and Laura watched every move. "They are doing more than we hoped," Laura said. "They are exceeding expectations." "They are humans," Aaron said simply. "They never give up. That is what makes us strong." The battle continued for hours. Human ships disabled Council vessels one by one. Megan and Ethan led their squadron through dangerous maneuvers, taking out enemy weapons platforms with skill and precision. Finally, the Council fleet began to retreat. They were not defeated completely, but their forces were scattered, and their pride was broken. Humans had proven they could fight, they could strategize, and they would not kneel. Nora allowed herself a small smile. Phase 1 complete, she said. We hold the frontier. We have shown them that humanity is not to be underestimated. Megan and Ethan landed back on the flagship. We did it, Ethan said, exhausted, but proud. We are just getting started, Megan said. The Council will come back stronger, but we will be ready. Back on Earth, Laura Hill addressed the world. The Midnight Armada has proven that humanity is strong. We are united, we are prepared, and we will not bow to anyone. This is only the beginning of our journey among the stars. Aaron added, We have sent a message across the galaxy. Humans will not kneel. And now, every species will know that Earth is awake, ready, and dangerous. The stars above Earth twinkled in the night sky, as if acknowledging the rising power of a species that refused to submit. Humanity had taken its first step into the wider galaxy, and the Council had learned a lesson it would not soon forget. The Midnight Armada moved on, deeper into the frontier, ready to face whatever challenges awaited. The galaxy had demanded obedience. Humanity had chosen to fight, and humanity had already begun to win. The Midnight Armada moved steadily deeper into Council space. The victory at the frontier had been only the first step. Captain Nora Blake stood on the bridge of horizon, watching the stars stretch endlessly ahead. Each point of light seemed calm, but she knew the calm would not last. The Council would send stronger forces now, and humans would have to be ready. Status report, she said. Daniel Price, at the engineering console, checked the readings. All ships are stable, Captain. Weapons and shields are ready. No signs of trouble yet, but sensors show Council patrols in the next sector. Nora nodded. Good. Keep alert. They will try to stop us. And when they do, we will make them regret underestimating humans. On the fighter deck, Megan Brooks briefed her squadron. Ethan Brooks, her younger brother, was among them. Pilots checked their engines, weapons, and communications. Their eyes were full of determination. We are heading into Council territory, Megan said. Expect traps, ambushes, and surprises. Stick to formation, watch each other's backs, and remember we are humans. They may have numbers, but we have strategy, courage, and each other. Ethan swallowed, feeling the weight of the mission. We can do this, he whispered. Megan smiled. We already are. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Aaron Cole monitored the Armada's progress. The Council had begun moving larger fleets toward the outer frontier, but humans were already in position. Aaron's hands moved quickly over the holographic maps, calculating trajectories, possible ambushes, and escape routes. Laura Hill joined him. How long until they reach the Council patrols? She asked. Not long, Aaron said. We need them to be careful, but also bold. The Council still believes we are inexperienced. We can use that. In orbit of a small planet in Council space, the Armada paused to make adjustments. Nora held a briefing for her officers. They know we are here now, she said. We cannot hide anymore. The Council will send reinforcements. We must be ready for a fight bigger than anything we have faced before. From the observation bay, Megan looked out at the dark expanse. Suddenly, Council ships appeared on the sensors, larger than before, with heavy shields and multiple weapon systems. This was no scout fleet. They were an attack force. They are ready for us, Megan said, her voice steady. They underestimated us before, Nora said. Now they will learn their mistake. The Council ships opened communications. A cold, mechanical voice echoed in the Armada's channels. Humans, you dare enter our territory, Surrender now or face destruction. Nora smiled faintly. We do not surrender. You will see what humans can do. 4:14. The council ships fired first. Energy beams lit the darkness of space, shields flared, and alarms rang through the human armada. Shields holding, weapons online. We are ready. Nora directed the armada carefully. Maintain formation. Wait for the opening. Strike when the time is right. Megan and her squadron dove into action. Fighters twisted and darted through beams, moving faster than the council anticipated. Ethan flew close to her, following her lead. They are stronger than the scouts, he said, but we can outsmart them. They expect us to panic, Megan replied. We don't panic. We are humans. The council fleet tried to flank the armada, but humans had predicted this. Ships executed sudden gravity net jumps, appearing behind enemy lines. The council's heavy weapons struggled to track them. Precise bursts of fire disabled shields on several ships, causing confusion. On Earth, Aaron and Laura watched the battle unfold through sensors. They are doing better than I imagined, Laura said. They have no choice, Aaron said. Humans survive against all odds. That is who we are. That is why they cannot win easily. The fight raged for hours. The council deployed larger ships, attempting to crush the armada with firepower. But humans moved with intelligence and coordination. Fighter squadrons hit weak points, then disappeared before the council could respond. Larger human ships struck with precision, disabling weapons, shields, and engines. Nora's voice over the intercom kept the armada calm. Focus on coordination. We are stronger together than they are apart. Protect each other. Do not lose hope. Meanwhile, Megan and Ethan executed a daring maneuver. Their fighters twisted through the enemy formation, dodging beams and striking critical points. Several council ships were disabled instantly. Ethan grinned. They didn't expect that. They never do, Megan said. On horizon, Daniel checked energy levels. Weapons ready for heavy strike, Captain. Shields holding under pressure. Nora made a decision. Engage full weapons. Target the largest council ships first. Make them realize humans cannot be controlled. The armada fired, hitting council vessels with overwhelming power. Ships that had looked intimidating moments ago now drifted silently, disabled in space. The council fleet began to falter. From orbit, Aaron and Laura saw the turning point. The council had underestimated humans again. Earth's technology, combined with courage and strategy, was proving stronger than their fleets. The council ships tried to retreat, but the armada blocked their paths. Nora's voice carried calm authority. They cannot escape, she said. Hold the line. We will not let them regroup. The battle lasted until the council's forces were scattered. Some ships escaped, reporting defeat, while others floated disabled in the void. The humans had won a decisive victory, but they knew this was only the beginning. In the aftermath, Nora gathered her bridge crew. We did well, she said. But they will send more. Larger fleets, stronger weapons. We must prepare for what comes next. Megan and Ethan returned to the fighter deck. Ethan looked out at the stars. I never thought humans could fight like this, he said. We are not just fighters, Megan said. We are humans. Back on Earth, scientists worked to enhance hidden technology. Dr. Olivia Park monitored the Starvale array. It could disrupt energy fields on a massive scale, but it was risky. Daniel Price checked the systems beside her. All systems stable, he said. We are ready for the next phase. Aaron gave the order. Prepare the Armada to move deeper into Council space. Every ship, every crew member, follow the plan. Humanity's rise continues. The Armada adjusted course, moving silently through the void. Council sensors tried to detect them, but humans stayed hidden, striking only when necessary. The galaxy had expected obedience, but humanity was proving that it would not kneel. Nora led the fleet, directing movements with precision. "Expect ambushes," she said. "Expect surprises. But we are stronger together. Remember that." Megan's squadron moved ahead, scouting new sectors. Ethan flew close, trusting her guidance. They discovered council patrols attempting to block the Armada's path. The squadron struck first, disabling weapons and creating openings for the larger ships. The council did not understand how humans could fight with such intelligence. Their tactics relied on superior numbers, but humans used strategy, speed, and courage. Slowly, the council fleet began to retreat, damaged and broken. On horizon, Nora looked at the fleet. "We hold the line. We move forward. Humanity is rising in the galaxy." Back on Earth, Laura Hill addressed the world. "The Armada has proven that humans are strong. We are united. We are prepared. And we will not kneel to anyone." Aaron added, "The Council has learned that humanity cannot be controlled. We have shown them what humans can do when we are determined to survive." The stars above Earth twinkled, witnessing the rise of a species that refused to submit. Humanity had fought its first major battles in Council space and had emerged victorious. The galaxy had demanded obedience. Humans had chosen to fight. The Midnight Armada pressed onward, deeper into enemy territory. They would face greater challenges, larger fleets, and stronger weapons. But they were humans, and humans never gave up. Nora Blake, standing on the bridge, knew the greatest battles were still ahead. She turned to her crew. "Prepare for what comes next. The Council will not give up, but neither will we. Humanity will rise, and the galaxy will remember us." Megan and Ethan watched the stars from their fighter bays. "We are part of something bigger now," Ethan said quietly. "Yes," Megan said. "We are humans, and nothing will stop us." The Armada moved through the darkness, silent but strong. Every ship, every pilot, every crew member carried the spirit of Earth. The Council had underestimated humanity, and that mistake would cost them. In the endless void, the first rays of a new human power began to shine. The galaxy would soon know that humans were not just survivors. They were fighters, strategists, and pioneers. They would not bow. They would not kneel. They would rise. And the Midnight Armada burned through the stars, carrying humanity's hope, determination, and fire into the heart of the galaxy.